the Real Estate Training Podcast with Kiki Salcido, turning decades into days.
Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Training Podcast, or welcome to the Real Estate Training Podcast if this is your first time tuning in. I'm your host, Kiki Salcido, and I'm so excited about today's episode because we're going to break out some math. And I hate math. But I love this type of math because this is the math that actually matters, right? This is the stuff that, you wish that they would have taught you in school. This is what's going to really matter in your business. So let's dive into it, guys. So I talk about tracking, and we want to track for a lot of reasons. One, it's that we want to get 1% better every day, right? And the only way to know if you're getting better is to track it. We also want to track, and we want to stay on top of tracking because you can also see how you overcame certain instances, right? There's a saying that the future doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. So if you keep good tracking, you're going to be able to kind of feel like, oh man, this situation felt like a few years ago. And a few years ago, I did X, Y, and Z, and I ended up getting more business, and this helped because blah, 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 right? So if we are able to track and we do this for a long period of time, again, it's going to help you gauge yourself, right? You're setting a gauge for your business, but you're also setting up something really cool, right? If your aspiration is to grow into a team, and you can track your growth, and you can use like numbers like we had a 25% growth in this quarter, right? That's cool, man. Like I dig that, right? If I go to a team leader and they bring out statistics and they know their business, well, I just have a little bit more confidence in that team leader. Also, as a client, right? If I'm telling my client as a listing broker, hey, we grew X amount, we sold this many houses, typically sell X percent over our list price, days on market are this, in this area, blah, 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 right? That type of statistics. That's the due diligence that we do before our listing appointments, but we also have to know ourselves because you're going to an appointment, man. You are selling yourself, right? You're going to sell how you're going to represent the house. Everything is selling. So you can sell the best whenever you use data, right? Because there's a lot of emotion, but the only thing that cuts through emotion is facts. Because you can't fight facts, man. You can be sad about it, but facts are facts. So, all right. So tracking for the future, guys. So from now on, I want you to track things. Okay. So one thing you're going to track is how many people are in your database. Talked about database in a previous episode. Just put it somewhere. Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheet, any CRM, guys. But put your database somewhere. All right. And then I want you to track how many people did you speak with. So I could have 100 people in my database, and I could call 100 people in my database. But I only spoke with 20 people. So that is a statistic I need to, my call to answer rate is 20%. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. So out of that 20 people that I talked to, how many appointments did I set? Maybe I said 10. Well, guys, unfortunately, people are flaky. So if I set 10, let's hope that 7 actually keep their appointment. So have 7 appointments. How many of those appointments did we convert into our clients? Boom. Now we have that number. And here's the most important. So how many deals did you close? Because all of that really doesn't matter if you're not closing deals, right? So you can obtain clients, but if you're not closing deals with those clients, well, that's a statistic you really need to keep track of. So let's say I have 150 people in my database and I talk to 75 people. So I have a 50% call to answer rate. Sweet. Okay. So I set 20 appointments out of those 75. So that gives me a 26% call to appointment rate. And out of those 20 appointments, I land 15 clients out of those. Guys, I'm a killer. But out of those 15, I only close, right? So out of 20, I get 15 clients, 75% conversion, like appointment to client ratio. That's badass, right? I'm killing it. But only 3 of those closed, right? So I have a 20% closing ratio. What? That's insane, right? So now I can focus on what area of my business is hurting the worst. So obviously I think we can all agree that 3 closings out of the 15 clients that I have, that's not good, right? I can do better. So I can focus on my training and I can say, okay, let's focus on my closing techniques. And if I have brokers underneath me, right, that are in my team, I can focus on, okay, what's going on in your business and at what level do we need to, right, what area, what stage in that process do we need to focus on to help you do better? So that is very important, guys. Numbers are your friends. So the next one, guys, the next episode, we're gonna track again, but what we're gonna track is how many buyers and sellers you need to hit your target number, right? So we talked about the SMART goals, talked about those SMART goals, guys. So if you have your SMART goals and you built your database and you went through and you went through how many people in your database, how many people spoke with, appointments set, clients and closings, okay? Then you're ready for the next episode. The next episode, we're literally going to tell you step by step on how to reach your goal. If you want to make $100,000 in real estate your first year, if you want to make $200,000, we're going to set that goal and we're going to break it down on how to reach that goal, right? So again, we're going to lay that roadmap, and that's the most important part, is laying that roadmap. So thank you for tuning in to the Real Estate Training Podcast. Once again, I am Kiki, your host. Check us out, social media, K2 Simply Real Estate, and online at k2simply.com. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Go crush it this week, guys. You can do it. I believe in you.
The Real Estate Training Podcast with Kiki Salcido, turning decades into days.